Alright, so did I get into Stanford or not? That's the big question that everyone's wondering. That's the cliffhanger that I left you guys hanging with last time. It's 7:02, so my decision is out. It's already out there. It's just knowing it or not. The odds are so low this year. I think that the acceptance rate will probably be under 2%. So it's basically like winning the lottery. It's crazy odds. If I get in, it would completely change my life. If I don't get in, my life will continue being the same, relatively normal. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I guess there's only one way to find out now. Again, I didn't get an email saying there's like been an update to your application, which probably isn't a good sign. Same thing happened with Brown. Getting in would be so impossible, but at the same time, who knows, you know? Jeez. Like my emotions, I was nervous a little bit, but now I'm not. Like my emotions are just flatlined. Normally I'd be a bit optimistic or a bit unsure, but now I'm just... Alright, we're finding the portal. View update. Alright, we were denied. Fair. Denied, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I'm glad I applied though. Like, it feels good to just know. Yeah. Dang, it would have been fun to get in though, you know? Would have been fun. Would have been cool, but... Yeah. Alright, well, that wraps up all of this. Okay, so... First off, I haven't slept in over 30 hours. I'm currently in Azerbaijan in a hotel. But anyways, I did not get into Stanford. I was rejected. Yeah. But I'm glad I was rejected. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think it was really meant to be. You know, Stanford is such an incredible university. It's such an amazing place. You know, the most brilliant people in the world go there to study, and it kind of is, you know, in my eyes at least, the perfect college. It would have been amazing. Stanford is such a cool place, but I didn't get in. And you know, there's a couple of ways to approach rejection. I'm just gonna kind of, you know, talk about my mental processes and how I think about things and how I approach these sort of situations where I'm going for something crazy and it might not work out, and sometimes it does work out. This video is sponsored by Talkspace. I'll be the first person to be open about the fact that I've gone to therapy many times. Although I try to balance and manage everything in my life going on as best as I can, I recognize that there are times when I need help and that I should talk to someone. The whole goal of Talkspace is to provide more people with convenient and affordable access to licensed providers who can help those in need to live a happy and healthier life. I mean, how awesome is that? If you follow the link in the description after this video, all you'll have to do is answer a few questions, and then you get matched with a bunch of recommended therapists. The best part is that you actually get to choose the person who you think fits you best. I think having that choice of who you want your therapist to be is a comforting feature and one that I really love. You'll then have access to a secure chat room where you can send messages directly to your provider, schedule live video sessions, and discuss anything via text, video, or voice messages. Talkspace also has an app. Who doesn't love an app? The app comes with fun and helpful exercises while also tracking your clinical progress. It's great to have on the go. I'm going to be traveling a lot this next year, and I won't always have access to my hometown therapist. The convenience of Talkspace makes me really feel safe knowing that no matter what trip I'm on, wherever I am in the world, I'll always have someone trusted that I can talk to. Feeling better starts with a single message. Get $100 off with code MAX by using the link in the description. Thank you again to Talkspace for sponsoring this video, but more importantly for helping people out. I mean, mental health is very serious and something that we should not be ignoring. And with that said, don't forget to check up on your friends and family members and go tell someone you love them. Alright, back to Azerbaijan. First off, the advice that everyone always gives about rejection is that rejection is good for you, you know, it like toughens you, it'll make you a better person in the long run. You know, people say that, you know, after you get broken up with, you know, it was for the best, you know, they weren't the right match for you, you deserve better, you know. No one wants to hear that. It doesn't really make you feel any better because you can't think that far ahead in the future. You just feel terrible in the moment. And that's the funny thing about a lot of advice, is that it's just not really what we want to hear, and a lot of it it's just not satisfying to hear, you know? Having struggles in life, being in pain, struggling, suffering, it's like everything bad that you really don't want to happen, people are like, oh, that's great, that's awesome, that's gonna make you amazing down the line. And you know, I think to a certain degree, a lot of it is true, and character building is really important through failing and trying and just living in the world. You're gonna fail, you're gonna run into problems, you're gonna be sad, you know, you're gonna lose loved ones, you're gonna be broken up with, cheated on, who knows? And that's just one of those inevitable things about living life. And that's something that I'm, you know, myself starting to realize as I grow up. I'm turning 18, or I already turned 18, I'm now an adult in the world. I'm an adult, geez. And I think throughout my whole life, I've been really fortunate to have a lot of things go my way because I have been, I guess the word is privileged. I've had an amazing upbringing, incredible parents, and a lot of opportunities and things that I've gotten have worked out. You know, like my YouTube channel, my business, a lot of things have just worked out in my favor. And I've just been incredibly, I don't know if I want to use the word lucky, but I'm just grateful for the opportunities I've had so far in my life. And something that I'm starting to learn now is that, you know, not everything's going to go my way, but it's all really about how I adapt to everything and the decisions that I choose to make afterwards that really make the difference, you know? There's a quote, I think his name is Bill Ackman. I could be getting that completely wrong. I can see his face in my mind. But his quote is that it's not necessarily doing the things that makes you successful, it's how you react to the things that don't go well, that compound over time, and that ends up making you into who you are, whatever success in the long term. And I think that really holds true, especially with college applications, because look, it's really not the end of the world. As long as you get into a college, you're probably gonna be fine. You know, for the most part, a college education is a college education. You're still gonna get a lot out of it. You can transfer, there's a lot of different options. And you know, like, I could take this as motivation. I could be like, Stanford, you guys didn't let me in. Like, you guys, I hate you guys, you know? I could be really resentful. I could be angry at Stanford. I could be like, all right, now I'm gonna go out and prove myself in the world. I'm gonna start another business. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna go full mode and go try to prove myself. And I guess that's fine. I guess that's what younger people tend to do. It's not immature, but sort of a younger kind of ego proving yourself thing, which I don't know if that's the worst thing, but I think that's better than being resentful and then feeling sorry for yourself, saying, oh, it was because of this, and then maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was, maybe I'm not gonna, you know, try to go shoot for things anymore, and letting it kind of hurt yourself. That's sort of, you know, the last thing you want. I think it obviously takes time and space, and look, this wasn't something I was very emotionally invested into, but at the end of the day, if it's something you can just be able to laugh about, that's so important. It really is so important to just be like, ha, you know, I gave her my all, I didn't get in, that's life. Be able to have a smile on your face with your failures, you know, that's really something that isn't easy. You know, it's not easy to be happy with your failures, and to really get to that point, it takes time and healing, and it really depends on the situation, but being able to laugh at your past self is a really healthy relationship to have with yourself. That's something I've kind of learned, you know, looking at my old self, even watching my old videos. I cringe at all my videos, but instead of beating myself up or whatever it is you do, I can kind of just laugh at myself and be like, look, I'm learning, I'm in this process, I'm going through life, I'm experiencing things, I'm trying my best, and that's really all that matters. And hey, I look goofy, I look silly, so what? You know, it's fine. My mindset after getting rejected from Stanford is just kind of laughing it off almost, and just being like, yeah, I gave it my all, I didn't get in, so what? You know, I can say that with a smile on my face, maybe not a laugh, but a smile. You know, I'm genuinely happy that I applied it, that I gave it my best shot, you know. And I think I can really focus on that and being happy that I gave myself the opportunity to be in a position where I can succeed. I think that is something that we should, or everyone should be really focusing on, is being happy that you gave yourself that opportunity. Even if it didn't work out, it eventually will work out. And that's something to just be happy about, plain and simple. Be proud of yourself for going out and trying something. And I think the one thing, I guess, that really scares me or that I just don't want to happen, and I feel like I kind of see happen is someone, you know, really reaching for something, which is really vulnerable thing to do. Reaching for something, and obviously, you know, making it public as well, is a vulnerable thing. You're putting yourself out there saying, I'm trying to do something and I might not succeed. That is vulnerable. That takes guts. That's not easy to do. And I think if you do fail and it doesn't work out, it's easy to kind of just climb into your turtle shell and not ever want to try something like that again, because rejection isn't fun, okay? I know I say smile about it, laugh about it afterwards, but that takes time to get to a point like that, but it's not fun. And I guess I'm just using college as the example here, but with everything, it stings, it's not fun, and it really can be discouraging. But what are you letting yourself determine? How do I word this? I guess what this really makes me think about, actually, now that I'm taking even more time to reflect, is what am I allowing myself to determine my success as? Or like, how am I viewing success in my mind? Is it the end goal? Is getting into Stanford all I care about? Or is what I did to, you know, form my application? Or is it everything I did before that I should be more focused on? And maybe that's the success, you know? Feeling like I maybe had a shot. Maybe that's the success, you know? I think starting my YouTube channel, starting my business, that is the success. That's what I'm happy about. And, you know, taking the time to write an application, that's a success. You know, it's really the processes that get you there that I think we don't really, you know, value as much, or we don't care about them. You know, we're not impatient. All we care about is the end result, and we let that determine our mindset. We let that determine how we feel about everything else. I could have had the most amazing application, done all of that, but let the end result make me feel negative about the whole experience, and I think that's really something that I just don't want to happen. Cats. Alright, hey everyone, I just wanted to quickly say thank you and also give two sort of brief updates, announcements. First off, I really don't spend as much time as I should talking about the incredible Discord community that we've created. The Perspectopia server is just such a wonderful place, and I also want to take this moment to thank all the staff, the community, mods, and just everyone who's a part of that community that allows it to thrive. There's just so many people who are working so hard, and it really makes my heart warm to know that we have a community like that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll try to add like a link or a card somewhere up there. But in the beginning of 2020, I created a Discord server, which would serve as a place for my community to interact, to share optimistic ideals, and just to be a safe space or a fun place to hang out with people all around the world. It's like one of the most global communities of teenagers I think out there. We have all these fun game nights, events, and just there's always people talking about something in different languages as well, and it's just a really special place that we've created, and I strongly recommend that you join and check it out and just have some fun. I think you won't regret it, and I'd love to have you a part of the community as the Emperor of Perspectopia. Second announcement is that I'm starting to post a lot more frequently on Patreon, and I'm starting to, you know, give more of a behind the scenes look into my life, what I'm thinking, how I'm planning out this next year, and I have a lot of exciting things I'm talking about there, and it's just a really fun community and a really tight-knit, kind of fun group, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. And if you already are a Patreon, I love you so much. I really appreciate your support. So I just thought I'd plug that if you're interested, curious. If not, I totally understand. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that more relaxed style of video, and yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, living with an optimistic perspective as best as you can. Much love from Perspectopia. Cheers.